Hello and welcome to today's lesson where we're walking through SOAR Analysis. Now, SOAR Analysis is a strategic planning tool that can be used to help your organization create and execute its strategy. It works by focusing on your strengths and how those strengths can be leveraged to take advantage of the opportunities facing your organization. Now, the tool isn't something you would use on your own. You would use it as part of a group, maybe in a brainstorming session. And SOAR stands for Strengths, Opportunities, Aspirations, and Results. Now, strengths and opportunities focus on your present situation, whereas aspirations and results focus on your desired future situation. Now, SOAR analysis is just one of a whole suite of strategy tools an organization might use to help them create and articulate their strategy. So if you want to create a strategy for your organization, you'll need to use lots more tools than just SOAR. So for example, things like Porter's 5 forces or a SWOT analysis, to name just a couple. So back to SOAR. Now, a SOAR analysis is drawn as a 2x2 matrix, as you can see here. The top row on the matrix focuses on the present, and the bottom row focuses on your desired future. The left column focuses on factors internal to your organization, and the right column focuses on factors which are external to your organization. Now, you might ask, why are results external and not internal? After all, don't we achieve our own results? And the answer to that question is that results are considered to be an external factor, as they are not something you achieve on your own. So for example, your customers must be happy in order for you to achieve your results. They must buy from you. So let's examine each of these 4 elements in a little bit more detail. So firstly, strengths. This section aims to determine the strengths of your organization that you can leverage and build on to seize any opportunities you decide to pursue. Now, this will take the form of a list typically, and it's going to include your organization's critical assets, resources, and know-how. So some questions you can ask to help you determine your strengths include: what makes us unique? What's our USP or our unique selling point? What can we do, so our know-how that is better than everyone else? What do we have? What assets do we have that are better than anyone else? Next, we have opportunities, and this section aims to identify the opportunities in the marketplace that you could pursue to become even more successful. Now, some questions that can help you identify opportunities in the marketplace include: what trends are happening in our market that we could leverage? What trends are happening in the wider world that we could leverage? And could any of the threats to our business actually be turned into opportunities? And finally, are there any gaps in our existing market or new markets we could enter? Now, the third section is aspirations, and this aims to identify your aspirations for the future. It's essentially a vision built on the strengths and opportunities you've identified to both challenge and inspire your organization to achieve. Now, note that your aspirations are not the same as your organization's overall vision. Your aspirations will typically be nearer term in nature, less long term. So for example, your company vision might be to be the biggest global airline, but your next aspiration might be simply to become the biggest airline within the single country in which you currently operate. So some questions that can help set your aspirations include: what should our future organization look like? What do we care deeply about? What do we want to achieve? And what should our goals be as an organization? So the final section is results, and this section aims to show how you will know that you have achieved your aspirations, and also outline how you intend to track progress towards those aspirations. Now, you may want to use a technique like SMART goal setting, which can be helpful here, and it's important not to set too many measures to track. So maybe you want just 3 to 5 values that are critical to the success of your business. And some questions that can help you set your results include: how will we know when we have achieved our aspirations? And what numbers or what statistics can we use to measure our progress towards our aspirations? Now, It's important to understand the difference between a SWOT analysis and a SOAR analysis because they are quite similar. And the key difference between a SWOT and a SOAR is that while a SWOT analysis scans your internal and external environment, it doesn't help you figure out how to proceed. So in contrast, a SOAR analysis helps you determine the results you want for the future, those results you want to achieve for yourself in the future. Now, another difference is that a SOAR analysis doesn't examine negatives, whereas a SWOT analysis will expressly look for threats and weaknesses. SOAR focuses on enhancing what is already being done well instead of addressing weak areas. So a simple way to say this is that SOAR analysis focuses more on planting seeds than on pulling weeds. So how do you go about performing a SOAR analysis? Well, step one is to determine objectives. So determine why you are performing the SOAR analysis and what you hope to achieve. Put a time frame on when you want to achieve the results you're looking at. Step two, create your team. So put together the team that's going to brainstorm the ideas, including people from all levels of the organization and important external stakeholders if possible. Step three, brainstorm and complete the first draft of your SOAR analysis as a team. Step four is to prune. So prune and trim your SOAR analysis so that only the most important aspirations and results remain. Basically, you need to decide which are the most attractive opportunities that you want to pursue and focus on them. Now, once you've done this, you need to create your compelling and challenging vision of the future and determine how you will measure your success, your results. Step five is to execute. So once your SOAR analysis is complete and approved, you need to delegate tasks so they can be executed. Now, each task identified in your SOAR analysis should have a single person who is ultimately responsible for it. And the final step is to monitor. You need to track progress regularly. If you don't do this, then you're not going to know if you're making progress towards your aspirations and the results that you want to achieve. Now, there are some advantages and disadvantages with a SOAR. In terms of advantages, then it doesn't just analyze your situation, but helps you set goals and targets that you want to achieve. It's forward-looking and positive, unlike SWOT, and it's action-oriented. And the main disadvantages really are that aspirations are somewhat redundant because you already have this as stated in your organization's vision. So they're really just a step towards a vision. And although it builds on your strengths, it doesn't do an in-depth analysis of the marketplace or an analysis of your customers. And that could lead you to focus on the wrong thing. So in summary, SOAR analysis is an acronym standing for strengths, opportunities, aspirations, and results. And it's a strategic planning tool that can help you identify opportunities that align with the strengths of your organization. And once you've done this, it enables you to create an action plan so that you can bridge the gap between where you are right now and where you would ideally like to be. So that's it from me. Really hope you enjoyed this lesson, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon.